Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday number 83. Turn your problem into a project. Question. I need help with my basic life problems. I can't seem to do what I really want in life, and I want to feel the power of choice. Instead, I feel overwhelmed with putting out one fire after another. How can I focus past these constant problems that prevent me to live how I want to live? What you need to do is learn how to turn all of your problems, each problem, into a project. That way you won't feel overwhelmed. So you got to know how to do the technique. And how do you do that? You need to build ability. Like when you have a problem because you feel smaller than the problem feels like a mountain and you got to climb it and you just feel overwhelmed because it just seems too big than you. So the practice is to build the ability to feel bigger than the problem. And when you feel bigger than the problem, then a problem comes and you say, okay, well, I know what to do. I'll just do this, and this, and this. And that's the attitude you're going to need when you face your problems. So I'm going to give you a little formula as to how to handle that. So first of all, you need to get clear on what your problem is. Most people come to me with their problems and they actually don't know what the problem is. They have the big scenario. So they talk about this happened and that happened and whatever. So what you need is you need to either write it out or talk to somebody or talk to yourself and write out the whole or talk out the whole scenario. And find out, where the charge is, where you're feeling contracted, where you feel that there's possibility. You keep talking for a while. So you have to get clear on what exactly the problem is. The second thing you need to do is get clear on what it is that you want instead of what you have. So what is it that your being wants to experience instead of what you're already experiencing? So you need a picture in your head. You need to get clear. It's sort of like you got to create the blueprint. The blueprint has to be there before you can actually reach it. A lot of people walk around with the problem and they just are so used to complaining about the problem that they don't even know what they want. You got to know what you want. And that's a big thing about solving a problem. If you don't know what you want, then you're always going to have the problem instead of what you want. So get really clear on what you want. That's the second stage. The third stage is, okay, I know what I want, but what's in the way? What are the obstacles? And there are two types of obstacles. There is the external obstacles, like actual physical things and people and situations and all those things that are outside that are obstacles in the way of you getting what you want. But most importantly, there is the internal obstacle, and that's something to do with you. So the question you would ask yourself is, how am I contributing to this problem? What is it about my personality? What is it about my behaviors? What is it about my attitudes? What is it about my energy? What is it that I fear? What is it that I hope? What is it that I expect that maybe is out of reality? Those are important questions to ask. Now, that's the third stage. So that's external obstacles and internal obstacles, which is to do with yourself, your how you are contributing to the problem. Once you have all that laid out, then you're going to come to a place of either the problem will just dissolve and it's not that problem, it might be something else, and then you got to go through the whole thing again and say, okay, well, how do I clear that problem? Usually that happens when you go through this several times. You realize that the original problem dissolves and it turns into another form of a problem that you need to look at from another angle, another perspective. Or you become really clear and you say, you know what, it just turns into a project. Well, if I do this, then I can do that. And then if I do this thing, then this thing will happen. And then that won't be a problem anymore. I will have dealt with that part. So then you're breaking down the problem into little projects. And the last most important thing, a lot of problems deal with communication. And you might just simply need to deliver a communication you haven't had a chance to deliver. So then the next part is to get clear on how to deliver that communication so that that communication can actually land on that other and that you can feel received by that other. And for that, you need to practice. Practice on your own, practice with a friend. But I'll say this. What I suggest, if you're having a regular, flow of problems in your life, you need a dyad partner. You need a friend. You need someone who's willing to do that will also receive the same from you. A dyad partner is someone who will agree to the agreements, the sacred agreements of the dyad format, which is to receive and not make comments, not give you advice, not put you down, not make you feel bad. These are the agreements. And you simply ask the instruction, tell me a problem you're working on, or tell me a problem you have. And then you keep asking that question every 5 minutes. There'll be 5 minutes to talk about it. Then you give your friend 5 minutes. Tell me a problem you're working on. They talk for 5 minutes. You don't interrupt. You just give them all the space like a good friend would. And then as they talk, as you talk, and then you'll become more clear in what your problem is. And through talking it out, a lot of times just talking out a problem, you start to realize you can solve the problem on your own in many, many ways. So, a dyad partner and these 4 steps, and if you need any help with that, if you have a problem and you need some help, just contact me. And you can become part of a course or the dyad night on Monday nights, or I have a problem, master your problem course that you can take. Simple little techniques, you apply them in life, and bingo, you are the master of your problems. See you next Wednesday. Bye.